Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
I can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
Oh, 1 second. My device is connected.
Can you hear me now? No? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think I can hear now.
Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Let us chant one round of japa with Srila Prabhupada. Asapriya, get the phone. Namam Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine, Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine, Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रीमद् भागवत गीता एज इट इज की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। हरे कृष्णा dear devotees, welcome to today's Srimad Bhagavatam for all session. Today is Monday, so we will recite a new verse. So let us see what is the next verse. We learned up to Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 10, text 14. Sarvam etadritam manye mam vadasi keshava nahite bhagavan vyaktim Vidur Devana Danava. O Krishna, I totally accept everything that you have told me. Neither the demigods nor the demons, O Lord, can understand your personality. Then, what's the next memorization verse? $10.34. So from 10:14, I'm in the middle of class, Madhava. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, Chapter 10, Text 34. Then 34. Please repeat after me. Mrityuh sarvaharashchaham bhavascha bhavishyatam Nitihi shrirvak cha narinam Nitihi shrirvak cha narinam Dhritirved medha dhriti kshama Mrityuh sarvaharashchaham Udbhavascha bhavishyatam Nitihi shrirvak cha narinam Smritirmedha dhriti kshama Mrityuh sarvaharashchaham Udbhavascha bhavishyatam Nitihi shrirvak cha narinam Smritirmedha dhriti kshama I am all devouring death and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Okay, so you can
Wow.
start reciting now. Go ahead.
This many things we have in women. These many things we have in women.
We will discuss that, Mataji. Go ahead. Aditi Lata Mataji and Anand.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Nitya Sarva Haraschayam Ubhadvascha Vivishyatam Krityasitirvagna Narnam Smitir Medatira Shama. I am the all-devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine memory, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Mrityu sarva haraschaham udbhavascha bhavishyatam kirti srirvakcha narinam smritir medha dhriti kshama. I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Usha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Medha.
Mrityu sarva haraschaham Udbhavascha bhavishyatam Kriti Shirvakchanarinam Smritir Medha Kshama. Translation. I am all-devouring death. I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience.
Usha Mataji is going to recite.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, all praise to Srila Prabhupada, all praise to the assembled devotees.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Mrityu sarva haraschaham, udbhavascha bhavishyatam, kirtihi srirvaksha narinam, smritir meda dhritikshama. Translation. I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. So we'll go in order now. Achinta Dev Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to the assembled devotees.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Prabhuji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please repeat. Mrityuh sarvaharashchaham
Mrityu sarva harashchaham,
udbhavascha bhavishyatam
udbhavascha bhavishwatam,
kirtihi shrirvakcha narinam
kirti hit shrir varcha nariranam,
smritir medha dhriti kshama.
smritir medha driti shama. Translation. I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Isha.
Mrityu sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyatam kirti shrirvakchanarinam smritir medha dhritikshama. I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience.
Okay. Krishna Shish.
Mrityu sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyatam kirti shrirvakchanarinam smritir medha dhritikshama. I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience.
Madhava.
Mrityu sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyatam kirti shrirvakchanarinam smritir medha dhritikshama. I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience.
Rasapriya.
Mrityu sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyatam kirti shrirvakchanarinam smritir medha dhritikshama. I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience.
Okay. Sonia Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Mrityu sarva harashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyatam kirti shri vak janarinam Smritir Meta Triti Kshama. Translation: I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you. Neelambari Radha Mataji.
Krishna Mataji, Namaste. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai
Dandavat
Prabhupada.
Pranam Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Mataji.
Mrityu sarvaharashchaham udvavascha bhavishyatam iti iti shrirvakcha narinam smriti medadrita driti kshama. Translation: I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am sorry,
Fortune.
I lost it. I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Krishna. Vindhyavali Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
मृत्युसर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिस्तिर्वाक्च नारीणां स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिर्क्षमा. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Did anyone not recite yet? Everyone recited. Okay. So since in our memorization slokas, the last one that we memorized was 14, and now we are memorizing 34. So you may be wondering what happened in between. So text 12 and 13, you remember what is 12 and 13? Anyone remember?
Param Brahma, Arjuna Vacha.
Yes.
Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavam, Purusham Shashvatam Divyam, Adi Devam Ajam Vibhum. Ahustam Rishayat Sarve, Devasya Narada Tadha, Asito Devalo Vyasa, Swayam Chaiva Bhavishyame. Bhavishime. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then Bravishime, Swayam Chaiva Bravishime. Then 14 said, Sarvameta Dhritam Manye. Yanmam Vadasi Keshava, Nahite Bhagavan Vyaktim Vidur Devana Danava. So 14 ended. So Arjun said, you are Param Brahma, you are Param Dhama, you are Pavitram, right? Like that. And then he said, but nobody can know you. Neither the demigods nor the demons. No one can understand your personality. That was text 14. So in text 15, Arjun said, no one can know you, only you yourself can know you. Nobody else can know you,
Yeah.
only you yourself can know you. Then Arjun got this question. I want to know about you because only you can know about yourself. Now I want to hear from you about you. No one else knows you, only you know about yourself. Now please tell me. I have a desire to hear about your opulences. So Arjun is telling, please tell me about your divine opulences by which you pervade this whole universe, this whole material creation. So what are the vibhutis of the Lord? Arjun wants to know. So then, how can why he wants to know about the vibhutis of the Lord, how he pervades this entire material creation, why Arjun wants to know? Can anyone tell me what is the purpose? Why do we want to know that Krishna is the taste of water, Krishna is light of the sun, Krishna is the sound in ether, he is the seed origin of all life. Why we want to know this?
We know the reason why we need to know this, because after knowing Krishna, then only we can love him intimately. Because the feeling comes only when we know the person, and he is a person. So that's why we need to
Yeah,
know.
then you can hear about his qualities, how he loves his devotees, and his interactions with his devotees. You can hear about that. Why you need to hear how he's pervading in this material world?
So we have knowledge, because knowledge only will remove our ignorance. That's why we
Okay.
need.
Okay, I'll take another person also.
Not
Thank you.
satisfied. He's not satisfied hearing the other things, and then he wants to hear more nectar.
He's not satisfied. He wants to hear more nectar. Okay. Sonia Mataji?
Mataji, it is because it helps in our sadhana bhakti, so that every time we see the like water or whatever, we can relate to Krishna and we can remember Krishna.
Yes, that's also.
Okay. And Achinta Dev
Uh,
Prabhu. You're raising your hand, Achinta Dev Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji, just to establish that Krishna is all pervading.
Simply to establish that Krishna is all pervading. Okay. Vindhyavali Mataji, you wanted to say something else?
I just said I already.
Mataji, it is, we know the Krishna, all six opulences. So to know what is the range of those opulences, that's why we know the
Also,
Vibhuti.
that's also a reason. So all reasons are valid. All the reasons that you've said are valid. You want to say something else, Achinta Dev Prabhu? From before, I think. Okay. So, yes, the different reasons that you said are valid. Um, like Aditi Lata Mataji said and Nilambari Mataji said, similar, because you want to know uh, about his opulences, because when you know how great Krishna is, that's when you bow down before Krishna. That's one reason, isn't it? Like when you know how great he is, yes, you may hear that he's sweet and he's very attractive and all that, but then the tendency will be to become a sahajiya. Now you see someone else who is sweet according to your level, and then you'll say, oh, this is Krishna. You compare that person with Krishna. This is called sahajiya, right? Your child or someone else's small child, cute child, you'll say, oh, Krishna or Radharani. That's Krishna is Krishna. You see? So that's sahajiya mentality comes. So therefore it is very important to understand what is Krishna's position. So what are his opulences? So that's also valid. But here, the reason why is what Sonia Mataji said. That's the reason. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Why? Why Arjun wants to hear? Mataji, Vindhyavali Mataji also said, he's not satisfied. That's also a valid reason. He already in the 9th chapter, 7th chapter, 9th chapter, opulences of the Lord were said. What is the point to reiterate them again? Why Arjun wants to hear again? You may ask. He heard about it already. Why he wants to hear again? So yes, because he's not satisfied. Why he is not satisfied? That's the nature of devotees. Devotees, they are never satiated by hearing about the Lord. They want to hear more and more about the Lord. So he wants to hear again more about the Lord, his greatness. Okay, so all your reasons are correct. But
That's why we
according
are
to
all in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam classes.
Yes.
We want to hear more nectar.
Yes, Mataji. So, but here Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying what Sonia Mataji said, that when you hear about specifically how he is pervading this material world, we are only able to see material things. And we are surrounded by light, sound, sun, right? And water we are drinking.
These
So
birds,
when we see how he is pervading everything, right? The water that I drink, that is also Krishna. The taste, right? The taste of the water, which is so satisfying, that is Krishna. That means I'm able to at least I understand here is Krishna. Krishna is there with me now. It's not that he's somewhere far away, but he's there here also, right now with me. He's pervading this material existence. So this will help us to remember Krishna. This will help us to remember Krishna means it will help us in our bhakti, progress in our bhakti. That's the reason Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives. So Arjuna is saying, tell me, how, in what ways can I remember you? That's the next verse. Text 17. Katham vidyam aham yogims tvam sada parichintayan. Keshu keshu cha bhaveshu chintyosi bhagavanmaya. How shall I constantly think of you? So everything that is there in this world that we are coming in contact with, how Krishna is pervading everything, when you see, then this will help us to constantly remember Krishna. It will help us to constantly remember Krishna. So then, after that, when Arjun asks this question, one more, right? Krishna said, so then Krishna said, so Mataji, this text 18 is what Vindhyavali Mataji said. The more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your words. I am never satisfied by hearing about you. That's why I want to hear again. Okay, bhuyaha. Bhuyaha means repeat again, because it was said before, but I want to hear again. Why? Because I am never satisfied. So that's also a reason why he's asking. Then from text 19 onwards, Krishna begins to explain to Arjun in answer to his question. Arjun wanted to hear how Krishna is pervading this material existence. In what forms can I remember you? So in answer to that, Krishna begins by saying that, so all the verses, now we are in 34, so he says, Adityanam aham Vishnu Jyotisham Raviramshman, like that. So Vedanam Samavedosmi, Devanam Asmi Vasavaha. In that sequence, now in text 34, which we memorized today, Krishna is saying, I am death. I am all devouring death. Everyone is afraid of death, right?
Yeah.
But Krishna is saying, I am that death. Mrityu sarva harashchaham. Death takes away everything from a person.
Yeah.
You may have a loss in your business, then you lose wealth, or you may lose, a dear friend, relative. You may, but when death, whether our dear relatives or our own, death takes away everything, right? When a dear relative goes away, sometimes relatives go somewhere else, friends go somewhere else, right? They are gone for some days, sometimes some months, but still you know that they are somewhere else. So that is not as bad. But
They will
when
come
death
back.
happens, you will not see them again. So that's very, very difficult to deal with when death comes, right? So death takes everything away. That means it's a permanent loss. In this material world, when there is death, it's a permanent loss. You're not going to get it back. Mrityu sarva harashchaham. I take everything away in the form of death. What to speak of when death comes to me, right? Even my body is taken away. What to speak of my wealth, my everything, relations, everything is gone. So that death, Krishna is saying, I am that death. Amongst his opulences, his vibhutis, he says, I am death. And in the form of death, I take everything away. And also, Udbhavascha Bhavishyatam. Udbhavascha means generating, right? Producing something. So I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. So whatever is going to come, whatever is going to take birth in future is going to appear, the seed of the generating principle of all that is yet to come, that is me. That is his vibhuti. That means, again, it's like aham sarvasya prabhavo, mattah sarvam pravartate. everything is coming from me. That means he is the beginning, he is the origin. Whatever is going to come in the future, he is that generating principle. Then comes Kirtihi, Shrir, Vak, Cha Narinam, Smritir Medha, Dhriti Kshama. So these are all the qualities that you find in women. This is Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. So there's a special explanation given here that Narinam should not be taken as among women. Because if you say among women, then it will become those women whose names are Kirti, Shri, Medha, right? I am those women. That's the meaning that will come. You know, we have Kirti Mahajan, like that. So those women who have names like Kirti, Shri, Smriti, Medha, Dhriti, Kshama, anyone who has these names, then these ladies will be, those ladies with these names is Krishna. That doesn't make sense. So therefore we shouldn't take that meaning, that among women I am Kirti. Like among women, those women with these names, then that's me. We shouldn't take that meaning. Then what should we take? We should take Nariyo Ka. That means those qualities of women. Of women. Right? Of women. Those qualities of women. So now the next question is, so these qualities are found in women? Yes. Another, yeah. Another, so here the explanation is these qualities like fortune, right? Fortune. Generally you say Lakshmi, right? So fortune. Then fine speech, memory, Medha. Smritir, Medha. Smriti is memory. Intelligence is Medha. Then steadfastness and patience. Dhriti. Dhriti means steadfastness. Kshama, right? Actually, Dhriti is patience and Kshama is forgiveness. Anyway, steadfastness and patience. That's how it's translated here. But these qualities are found in women. So here the important point that we should understand is that we had this discussion just in yesterday's class about, because the wives of Saubari Muni also got perfection simply by serving their husband. We saw there, right? So in that context, we had a nice discussion about the duties of women and all that yesterday. So here also it is similar. Women have their role, men have their role.
Yes.
Women have their special qualities which men don't have, and men have their special qualities which women don't have. There is no question of who is superior and who is inferior, who is better or who is lower, or who is important and who is not important. That's not the point. Both have their particular roles to play, and there's no question of competing with each other, right? So women should do their duty and men should do their duty. Women should do their dharma, they should carry out their dharma, and men should carry out their dharma. So these qualities that we read about just now, they are found primarily in women. Kirti, Shri, Vak, Smriti, Medha, Dhriti, Kshama. Okay? Of course, no one is perfect. It's not that all women are perfect, and it's not that all men are perfect. After all, we are all in the material world, in material bodies. In the material world, nobody is perfect. No one is perfect. So there's no point.
Try to be.
We should be. Trying to be. Yeah. Or at least posing to be.
At least.
Yeah. So, intelligent person will be he who will see the merits and demerits in both. There are merits and demerits in both, right? So, there's no need to compare. Like they say, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Or, in other words, tomatoes and brinjals are two separate vegetables. There's no question of comparing the qualities. Tomatoes are tomatoes, brinjals are
Yes,
brinjals.
it don't taste.
They have different taste and they have different purpose. They have different roles. When you make a sabji, they have different roles,
That's
different taste. So similarly, women have their qualities, men have their qualities. There's no question of comparing. Okay, Aditi Lata Mataji.
Mataji, there are 2 points actually. One is we also have to remember that we are all women. Everyone is woman here. Only Krishna is Purusha. That is just not because of
Not
the
exactly like that, Mataji.
not for
not
the
No, we should.
quality.
No, not exactly like that. Not that we are all women. The thing is, Prakriti and Purusha. That's how you should understand.
it.
Not that women and men.
No.
Because there are eternally, you know, uh, friends of Krishna, cowherd boys.
Yeah.
They're boys, they're male. But at the same time, they're not Purusha. Purusha means the enjoyer, Prakriti means one who is enjoyed. So we are all Prakriti and Krishna is Purusha. That would be an appropriate way of uh, naming. We are
Saying
all Prakriti and Krishna is Purusha.
yes, and also I was understanding these qualities are feminine qualities. It's not
Yes,
to be in woman only. It can also be like we see mixed things. We see also fame in men. We see also a medha in men. So these qualities are feminine, but it can be with anyone, isn't it? Am I not right or am I wrong?
yeah. So that's why I am particularly explaining from Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. So, according to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary, these are qualities of women. These are qualities of women. I also read elsewhere, uh, uh, like they are feminine qualities. So, just like, uh, so yeah, I heard that also that these qualities are feminine. But here I'm telling you from Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. So there is no problem. That's the point. There's no problem in accepting that these are qualities of women. That's why
Yeah.
the beginning itself he explains you should take of women. That means these qualities belong to women. So of women, these qualities are representing Krishna. That when you see these qualities, you are seeing Krishna. You understand?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So let's read Srimad Bhagavatam. Uh, and we can discuss. We'll be reciting this verse the whole week. So if you get any more
See, also the bad quality also comes from Krishna only. Everything is from Krishna only. Nothing is
that's the back side of
yeah
Krishna.
backside
Bad
of
qualities
Krishna.
are the back side of Krishna. So devotees are not on the back side of Krishna.
We,
They are in
we,
the
we
front
shouldn't
of
be
Krishna.
taking that. We shouldn't be taking that.
Yeah.
Always we
So
take good habits from somebody, not bad habits.
No, of course not. I'm saying that if we see that, that also we can think that okay, that is also backside from Krishna. So it's like the no
which
one.
one, Mataji? Which is backside of Krishna?
If, even if we see any bad qualities, that also we have to just understand. I mean, remember Krishna that way. That this is also that's why Uttamadhikari they don't.
No, 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 no,
No,
no.
no, no,
Not
no.
that's not the philosophy, Mataji. Not that Uttamadhikari sees bad
Yeah,
qualities and he says this is also Krishna. Not like that. Bad qualities, of course. How to understand that this is also coming from Krishna because nothing can come from outside of Krishna. There is no existence of anything without its source, without its source is Krishna. So therefore, then where are all these bad qualities like greed and envy and wickedness? Where are these qualities coming? So are they coming from somewhere else? No, it's not possible. Everything has to come from Krishna only. But these qualities are the backside of Krishna. All the bad qualities they are on the backside of Krishna. So devotees always place themselves in front of Krishna. So that does not mean that when they see bad qualities they say, oh, this is also Krishna. No, that's not the philosophy. They don't say this is also Krishna. Because if it is backside, we don't go and see the backside of Krishna. Do you know that? We don't. Even when we are worshipping the deities, we don't like just we worship Krishna standing in the front, right? Even if you have to do something in the back, you don't see the back side of Krishna like that. Not that it is bad or anything, but devotees always keep themselves in front of Krishna like that. They don't, so all the bad qualities are also coming from Krishna, but they are the backside of Krishna. That's all. So Uttamadhikari's point is, Uttamadhikari doesn't see any bad. That's the point. It's not that he's seeing bad and thinking this is also Krishna. No, he doesn't see any bad. He sees everyone is so good. Everyone is better than me. Every single, what to speak of living beings? First of all, what to speak of human beings? Even trees and dogs and cats, he sees that they are better devotees. They are such nice devotees. They have so much love for Krishna. Actually, it is his love for Krishna, but he sees the type of love which he has for Krishna. He sees that everyone is having in their heart. This dog loves Krishna so much. Actually, he loves Krishna, but he sees every single person loves Krishna so much. That is Uttamadhikari's vision. And what to speak of every living being, even non-living beings also he sees, they love Krishna. Oh, this river, see, it is so greedy that it is just going around and round and round and ripples in one place because Krishna put his foot here. So it is so greedy, circumambulating the lotus feet of Krishna. It doesn't want to leave Krishna. Like that. Even non-living beings also, they think they love Krishna so much. That is Uttamadhikari's vision. Uttamadhikari never sees that this is a bad person. This envy, he has envy, but this envy is also coming from Krishna. Not like he won't even see any envy. He won't see any bad qualities. That is Uttamadhikari. Therefore, he is not able to preach because he sees there is no bad. Everyone is so transcendental, everyone is loving Krishna, then what is the need to preach to anyone? He sees himself as having no love. Everyone has love for Krishna. I don't have any love. How he will preach? Therefore, Uttamadhikari cannot preach. He has to step down to Madhyamadhikari's platform in order to preach. So, Madhyamadhikari means he sees differences. He has love for the Supreme Lord, then he has friendship for the devotees of the Lord, he has compassion for the innocent, ignorant people, and he ignores those who are envious of the Lord. He ignores them. He sees the difference. Uttamadhikari is not able to see the difference. That's the point. Yeah.
Okay, Mataji, got it. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. So let us read Srimad Bhagavatam. We are going to start a new chapter. I read the summary yesterday. We completed chapter 6. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, chapter 6. The downfall of Saubhari Muni we completed. So now we are starting chapter 7. And let's start with text 1. This chapter 7 is entitled The Descendants of King Mandhata. So we saw Mandhata's 50 daughters married Saubhari Muni and how Saubhari Muni, so we read about Saubhari Muni in the previous chapter. But we were actually reading about the descendants coming from, originally we are reading about the descendants from, Ikshvaku later, but Ikshvaku himself is a descendant of Whose descendant is Ikshvaku? Manur Ikshvakave Bravit.
Manu.
Manu. So Vaivasvata Manu. So Vaivasvata Manu's descendants, we are reading in this whole 9th canto. So Vaivasvata Manu had 10 sons. We read about the 10 sons' descendants, like Prishadra and Nabhaga, like that. In that sequence, Ambarish Maharaj. So then after 9 sons, then we are reading the prominent one, Ikshvaku. And Ikshvaku had 300 sons, of them 3 were prominent. So we read about Vikukshi. Vikukshi, how he was sent to the forest by his father because he ate out of hunger. He went to collect fresh meat, hunt and bring meat, flesh of animals to be offered in Shraddha, sacrifice. But he ate. So, for violating religious principles, his father banished him from the kingdom. Later on, he came back. Then we read about Vikukshi's descendants. So, in that line, we read about Mandhata. And Mandhata had 50 daughters who married Saubari Muni.
Saubari Muni.
Then we saw how Saubari Muni got liberated, and his wives also got the same destination because of being chaste to their husband. So now we will continue further with the descendants of Mandhata. Apart from these 50 daughters, he also had some sons, and then they had their sons and their sons and their sons. So we will read about the dynasty of, so actually it is Vikukshi's dynasty coming down to Mandhata. Next one. I think Madhava, you are supposed to read today. Sri Shuka Uvacha Mandhatuh Putra Pravaro Yombarishah Prakirtitaha Pitamahena Pravrito Yavvanashvastu Tatsutaha Haritastasya Putro Bhun Mandhatra Pravara Ime.
Today Goswami says, the most prominent among the sons of Mandhata, who was also celebrated as Ambarisa. Ambaris is also accepted as son by his grandfather Yuvanasva. Ambaris' son was Yuvanasva, and Yavanasva's son was Harita. In Mandhata's dynasty, Ambaris, Harita, and Yavanasva were very prominent.
Okay. So, Mandhata had a son called Ambarish. Who is Mandhata's father? Yuvanashva. Remember, Mandhata was directly born from Yuvanashva. Because he drank that sanctified water, and this Mandhata took birth directly from the father. So, and Mandhata had a son who was celebrated as Ambarish. This Ambarish was given to Mandhata's father, Yuvanashva. So Ambarish was accepted as son by his grandfather, Yuvanashva. So also from this we can understand, it is not that as soon as Mandhata was born, immediately Yuvanashva, left, like performed austerities and he went back. He got liberation. It's not immediate. It appears there was some time because Mandhata was born, he grew up, and he had a son Ambarish, and that son Ambarish was accepted as a son by Yuvanashva. Okay? Grandson is accepted as son. It happens sometimes. We see in the case of Prasuti, not Prasuti, Akuti. Akuti was married to Ruchi. Ruchi is a Prajapati. Akuti is the daughter of Swayambhuva Manu. Akuti Prasuti Devahuti. So Akuti was married to Ruchi. And they had a son and a daughter. Son was Yagya I think daughter is called Dakshina. This Yagya is actually Lord Vishnu. And Yagya is Lakshmi Devi. They appeared to Ruchi and Akuti. But the son Yagya was given to Swayambhuva Manu as his son. That means actually Yagya is the grandson. Yagya is Swayambhuva Manu's daughter's son, Akuti's son. But as soon as the child was born, that was the condition at the time of marriage, that if a son is born of you, it should be given. So Yagya was given to Swayambhuva Manu, like that. Also in Mahabharata we see this Arjun married Chitrangada. Chitrangada was the princess in Manipur. Okay. And her father, anyone remembers the father, Chitrangada's father's name? Don't remember. Huh? Huh? Anyway, whatever. There is a name. Chitrangada is Arjun's wife. So, but for many generations, there was a curse or something that they wouldn't have any sons in their family. Only one child would be born. Yeah, only one child would be born. So the father had a daughter, Chitrangada. That means there would be no more children. Now who will rule? He's a king. Who will rule the kingdom after him? Because he had only one child, he cannot have any more children. So then, at the time of marriage of Chitrangada and Arjun, he set this condition that if a son is born of my daughter, you should give that son to me. And that son will be my heir. He will rule the kingdom after me. Chitravahana. Okay. Isha saying. So Chitrangada's father's name is Chitravahana. So Chitravahana made this condition. So the son of Arjun and Chitrangada is Babruvahana. Like Chitravahana, Babruvahana. So this Babruvahana was given to the grandfather, to his grandfather, to be raised like his son, because he'll be the next king. So it happens. That's what I'm saying. So here also, Mandata's son Ambarish was accepted as son by Mandata's father Yuvanashva. So then, when Ambarish had a son, he named his son after Yuvanashva as Yauvanashva. So the most prominent among the sons of Mandata was he who is celebrated as Ambarish. Ambarish was accepted as son by his grandfather Yuvanashva. Ambarish's son was Yauvanashva. So you see, now we are reading the descendants. Mandata, Ambarish, Yauvanashva. Yauvanashva's son is Harita. In Mandata's dynasty, Ambarisha, Harita and Yauvanashva were very prominent. So Ambarish's son is Yauvanashva, Yauvanashva's son is Harita. All of them are very prominent in Mandata's dynasty.
Too many names, remember.
Yeah. Principal ones we can try to remember. Like Mandata is a important name.
Ambarisha, no, Mandata, Ambarisha, Yavanashva, Harita.
Harita, yeah. See, you remember.
Okay.
So next is Rasapriya. Narmada Bhratribhir Datta Kuru Kutsaya Yoragaihi Tayara Satalam Nito Bhujagendra Prayuktaya.
The servant brothers of Narmada gave Narmada to Kurukutsa. Being sent by Vasuki, she took Kurukutsa to the lower region of the universe.
Can read the purport. 1 line.
Before describing the descendants of Purukutsa, the son of Mandhata, Sukadeva Goswami first describes how Purukutsa was married to Narmada, who was induced to take him to the lower region of the universe.
Okay, so we are reading about the descendants of Mandata. So, who is Purukutsa? Purukutsa is another son of Mandata. We saw one son is Ambarish. So another son is Purukutsa. But before discussing about Purukutsa, Sukadeva Goswami's how the shloka begins with Narmada. Narmada Bhratribhir Datta. Purukutsaya Yoragai. That means before describing the descendants of Purukutsa, Purukutsa is the son of Mandata. Before describing Purukutsa, Sukadeva Goswami is first describing how Purukutsa is married to Narmada. So Narmada had serpent brothers and they married Narmada to Purukutsa. That means she is from the Naga family, looks like. She had serpent brothers. Right?
Purukutsa married to
Narmada.
No. Narmada. Okay.
And who was induced to take him to the lower region of the universe because the Nagas live in the lower region of the universe. So she was induced to take Purukutsa to the lower region of the universe. So Purukutsa went to the lower region of the universe. He was taken by Narmada to the lower region of the universe. Gandharvan avadhit tatra vadhyan vai Vishnu shakti drik naga labdhavarah sarpad abhayam smaratam idam. So Rasapriya read, right? Sonia Mataji.
There in Rasatala, the lower region of the universe, Purukutsa, being empowered by Lord Vishnu, was able to kill all the Gandharvas who deserved to be killed. Purukutsa received the benediction from the serpents that anyone who remembers this history of his being brought by the Narmada to the lower region of the universe will be assured of safety from the attack of snakes.
Wow.
Yes. Thank you. So you know what are the lower planets? So there are totally 40 planetary systems actually. There are 40 planetary systems in the universe vertically. Right? So there are 7 upper and 7 lower. What are the upper? Beginning with Bhuloka. Bhuva, Swarga. Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka. And then beyond Swargaloka you have Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. So 7. And below you have Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala. 7 below. So here we are talking about the Rasatala. Rasatala is low planet, like the lowest is Patala, above that is Rasatala. So in Rasatala, the serpents live, Nagas. So there in Rasatala, the lower region of the universe, Purukutsa, being empowered by Lord Vishnu, was able to kill all the Gandharvas who deserved to be killed. So what happened? The brothers of Narmada induced her to bring Purukutsa to Rasatala. Why? Because this Purukutsa he was empowered by the Supreme Lord. So they wanted him to fight and kill those Gandharvas who deserved to be killed. For that reason, they brought Purukutsa down through their sister Narmada. Purukutsa received the benediction from the serpents that anyone who remembers this history of his being brought by Narmada to the lower region of the universe will be assured of safety from the attacks of snakes. something similar like this happened with Arjun also. One thing is Ulupi. Ulupi also was a serpent, and she was attracted to Arjun and she brought him down. But of course, and their son is Iravan. But he just was there for one night and then he went back because he was, you know, he was traveling. He had to cover the whole Bharat Bhumi in 1 year. So from there again he goes to Chitrangada and then to Dwaraka, right? Like that. So Arjun was also brought down like this by a serpent, and uh, Ulupi actually gave him a benediction similar to what Purukutsa got from the serpent brothers of Narmada. That actually not similar. The benediction that Arjun got was that he will have no danger from any aquatic beings. No serpents can ever harm him, and his strength will be, when he is underwater, he will have a lot of strength. So that is how later on Arjun was able to deliver. There were these crocodiles when Yudhishthir Maharaj was to perform the Rajasuya Yagya. He needed wealth to perform the Rajasuya Yagya. He sent the brothers, 4 brothers in 4 different directions, to collect wealth in the form of taxes, or and if somebody refused, then there would be fight. After defeating them, they would collect wealth and come back. So Arjun went south, and no, actually Arjun went north, right? But I thought they were in south, the 5 lakes, Panchapsara. Huh? Yeah, Arjun went north, but these lakes were, I thought, in the south. Anyway, but there were 5 lakes, and in these 5 lakes were these crocodiles. They were actually apsaras that were cursed to become reptiles like this, and they would just harass and kill, the sages who came there. So Arjun, he went in, but they couldn't harm him because of the benediction that he got from Ulupi. So he went in, pulled the crocodiles out, dashed them on the ground, and then out came beautiful apsaras. And they were very pleased that finally they were relieved from that abominable, uh, bodies and that life. So like this, they also gave some benedictions. So here, Purukutsa was brought by Nagas, and he was given a benediction that anyone who hears how he was brought by Narmada to Rasatala, such a person will be assured of safety from the attack of snakes, similar to Arjun's. No fear from snakes. Should we stop here? Maybe we should. It's already. Although I started a little late, but we can read Bhagavad Gita and Lilamrita now. And tomorrow, Sonia Mataji read. So tomorrow will be either Medha or Usha Mataji, or if Lokesh is there, Lokesh will start. Okay. Let's read Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, introduction, continuation. The subject of the Bhagavad Gita entails the comprehension of 5 basic truths. This is important. What is the subject matter of Bhagavad Gita? If anyone asked you, right, what is there in Bhagavad Gita, you can tell Bhagavad Gita has 5 topics, 5 subjects, right? Bhagavad Gita is dealing with 5 subjects. What are they? Read here in the introduction. The subject of the Bhagavad Gita entails the comprehension of 5 basic truths, not just 5 subjects, but 5 basic truths. First of all, the science of God is explained. And then the constitutional position of the living entities, jivas. There is Ishvara, which means the controller, and there are jivas, the living entities, which are controlled. So there's a controller, and there are those who are controlled. The Lord is the controller, he is Ishvara, and the jivas are controlled. If a living entity says that he is not controlled but that he is free, then he is insane. The living being is controlled in every respect, at least in his conditioned life. So in the Bhagavad Gita, the subject matter deals with the Ishvara, the supreme controller, and the Jivas, the controlled living entities. Prakriti, material nature, and time, the duration of existence of the whole universe, or the manifestation of material nature, the duration of the manifestation of material nature. That is kala or time. And prakriti means the manifestation itself, the material nature. Duration of manifestation is time, kala. And the manifestation itself is prakriti. And actually prakriti has again two components. It's not, well, the manifestation that we see has two components. It has the ingredients and it has the modes which are moving things, right? So there is guna and there is the actual ingredients. Maya is the gunas, and then there are the ingredients like earth, water, fire, air, ether, sense objects, senses, like that. So this is all prakriti. So far what did we see? Ishvara, the controller, jivas, the controlled, kala, the time or the duration of material manifestation, prakriti, the material manifestation, material energy. And then the fifth one is karma. Karma means activity. So these five are all discussed in Bhagavad Gita. The cosmic manifestation is full of different activities. All living entities are engaged in different activities. Like right now, all of you are engaged in so many activities, right? So activities. All living entities are engaged in different activities. From Bhagavad Gita, we must learn what God is, what the living entities are, what Prakriti is, what the cosmic manifestation is. What is Prakriti? What is cosmic manifestation? How it is controlled by time, and what the activities of the living entities are. All this we will learn in Bhagavad Gita. What is God? What are the living entities? What are their activities? What is Prakriti? And how this cosmic manifestation is controlled by time. So we will stop Bhagavad Gita reading there. It's nice to read little bit at a time so that you can recollect it and think about it during the day, so it will get registered. Yes, the 5 subjects of Bhagavad Gita. Next, Srila Prabhupada's Leela Amrita, chapter 13, continuation. So we saw how Sally Agarwal, what is her impression of Srila Prabhupada, how he was not difficult at all, right? He didn't demand anything. If she was not available, he was completely, it's not that he's just tolerating and adjusting. No, he was completely satisfied just chanting like that. So she's always very, from her interview, looks like she even said like he was the best guest she ever had in her life, like that. Yeah. So then, yeah, if somebody was smoking, some guests were smoking, he would say, think nothing of it, right? So anyway, one evening a guest asked Prabhupada. So, guests would come because Srila Prabhupada, that's why we got an introduction of what this butler is like. It is a Christian community, right? Not primarily, strictly only. The Gopal Agarwal was the only Indian in that whole, community or city, Gopal Agarwal, and his wife was American. So to see someone not just from India, but someone dressed as a sannyasi, we saw walking around with an umbrella, right, and having, having this uh, hat, to which to them looked like a swimming cap. So it was, and what to speak of his philosophy, they already published about his mission and who he is, why he came to America. It was already published in the newspapers. So everyone is curious to come and talk to him. So they arranged every evening, I think between 6 to 8 or something, or 9, they would just come to Gopal Agarwal's home to meet with Srila Prabhupada, and they would ask him so many questions, and they were all very, the intelligent class. So they had interesting questions, intelligent questions to ask of Prabhupada. So one evening, a guest asked Prabhupada, "What do you think of Jesus Christ?" And Prabhupada replied, "He is the Son of God." Then he added that he, meaning the guest, was also a son of God. Not just Jesus is a son of God, but you are also a son of God. Everyone was interested to hear that the Swami accepted Jesus Christ as the Son of God. Gopal, his intent was not to have you change your way of life. He wasn't telling anybody they should be vegetarian or anything. All he wanted you to do was to follow what you are, but be better. Be better. He didn't stress that we should give up many things. Of course, according to our readiness, that much is given to us. This was in the very beginning. It was in the very beginning. But later on, as devotees came forward, now you cannot maintain the same standard and say, "Oh, Prabhupada didn't want us to change." But if you can get even more, if you can get, depending on your readiness, basically, right? Advancement in Krishna consciousness, there's so much to be accomplished. But if somebody is not ready, then it's fine. Do whatever you're doing, but be better. Better than what you are now. Like that. So Gopal Agarwal is saying, all he wanted you to do was to follow what you are, but be better. He didn't stress that we should give up many things. Srila Prabhupada followed a regulated daily schedule. Look at Prabhupada's schedule. Every morning he would walk the 6 or 7 blocks from the YMCA to Sterling Apartments, arriving there about 7. When he had first landed in New York, he had in his luggage a large bundle of dried cereal, similar to rolled oats, so must be poha. This supply was enough for several weeks, and every morning at breakfast he would take some with milk. At 7:45, Gopal would leave for work, and around 9:30 Prabhupada would start preparing his lunch in the kitchen. He made his chapatis by hand without even a rolling pin. He worked alone for 2 hours while Mrs. Agarwal did housework and took care of her children. At 11:30, he took prasadam. Yeah, so I think I'll stop here. We'll read the rest tomorrow. Thank you all, dear devotees. All of you have a wonderful day in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.